Peace out there to everyone watching this. Thank you for joining me. I'm Price Bay. Thank you for joining me on my channel. This is my first video for this new channel. Love, Truth, Peace, Freedom, and Justice 7 channel. Today is September the 11th of the year 2017. And I didn't really even plan on making another channel, but I feel I can't not talk. It's driving me crazy not having a channel. I deleted all my other channels and turned over a new leaf with new knowledge and new understanding. But today, right now, is the first day of school in the Cy-Fair School District of Houston, Texas. So I need to make this video. I feel it's my obligation to make this video about what I just went through. Okay, my son, Dorset Price II, Bay, he is in school. I'm not going to say the school name, but he's in a Cy-Fair elementary school. And I went to go take him to school. Okay, I was going to put him on the bus. We missed the bus. It came a little earlier than usual last year. I didn't look at the cards. You know, they seen the little cards out. So they pushed it forward like half an hour. So I ended up walking him to school this morning. So I attempted to go. That was a big fiasco. They're doing construction at the school. I go to take him into the school. They made me go around. They changed the front of the building. So the front is now the back. Back is the front. So I'm going around. There's a sidewalk right there by me. They told me I couldn't go on that sidewalk, right? Like 3 teachers stopped me. I was like, it's right around the building. Well, that's the bus ramp. Could you go back to the street? So I had to walk 100 yards, back out at least 100 yards to the street to go all the way around the building, right? Very dangerous. Cars flying around everywhere, buses. So we proceed to go on the side of the school. Y'all just bear with me. So I go around the school. Construction workers are telling me, hey, there's a way you can go in there. So I dip through this little fence with my son. So I'm 20 feet from the door, right? So this cop comes around the corner. He's like, man, you can't come through here. You got to go back out and go back around. That'd have been about 200 yards, okay? He tries to make me go all the way back where I came from, go back out to the main street with my son, right, who'll be 10 years old in 2 days, and walk on a main street with no sidewalk with my son, like all these other parents decided they were going to do because these people told them, which makes no sense. When there's sidewalks and paths, they go straight to the school, right? They're telling us we can't walk on. Okay. And there's no construction going on. These guys are out hanging out, chilling, waiting on all this to stop. I can see if there was cranes flying overhead. Nothing, right? So I dip through here. I tell the guy, no, man, I'm not going back around there. I tell this cop. He's like, okay, I understand. I was like, look at, really? I was like, school, the door's right there. He's like, well, when you come back out, you got to go around. I was like, okay, I'll go back around. So I'm going into the school. I'm met at the door by this lady who proceeds to put her hand in my chest, okay? This little European lady puts her hand in my chest and says, no parents are allowed in the school. At this point, inside I'm boiling instantly. So I'm calming down because I'm learning to work my principles, okay? That's why this channel is named this, because I'm hoping to lead by example. That is the goal. That is what I'm doing here. I'm learning to tap in to my love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice with the Circle 7 Quran. So I go, and this lady like I said, she puts her hand in my chest, tell me no parents allowed. He's registered already. You can't go in there. I said, this is absurd. I can't go into school with my son on the first day to meet his teacher. She says, well, we have meet the teacher day on Friday, and you'll be escorted through the school. I laughed. I said, this has to be a joke. So I sidestepped her like a little football move. I juked her and sidestepped her. I shouldn't have done it, but I did it, okay? Because I'm trying to go into the school. See what happens. So another teacher proceeds to jump in front of me, right? Then the lady I sidestepped gets on her walkie-talkie, blah, 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 blah. Instantly, there's like 3 cops converge on me, right? They're ready, right? So I'm like, okay. I leave them. I give him a kiss. I'm like, you know, you have a good day. I love you. She's like, I'll take good care of him. I'm like, whatever. I said, this is crazy. So at this point, I'm hot. So I see other teachers telling other parents that they can't go into school as well. And they're baffled. Little, you know, I mean, it's tradition. You take your child to school on the first day of school, take them to class, meet the teacher, blah, blah, blah. Correct? Not anymore. So I proceed to leave, and I guess this was the principal or some guy. He looked important. He had a walkie-talkie and phone, blah, blah, blah. So I shouted. I got a little upset. I made a scene I shouldn't have. And some of my brothers and sisters from the temple, if y'all see this, I know I went off. I'm not supposed to do that right now, but I did. And I contained myself. It could have been worse. The old Dorset would have said a whole lot more. So I'm proud of myself. So I put my hands up and I shouted at this dude, this is stupid. How is it that I can't go in the school with my son on his first day of school? Blah. Right? So then there's another. So I'm walking back out because I have to go back around this other way, right? The cop told me. So, and I mean, it looks like, I mean, there's police everywhere. So I'm going back out. So this lady comes up with her hand outstretched. I didn't want to shake her hand, but I did it anyway because I'm living by better principles. So I shook her hand, and she asked me, what's the problem? I seen you come out to school. You looked a little disturbed. And yeah, I proceeded to make a scene. And I shouted and I yelled because there's other parents there as well. And, you know, and I'm looking at people and they're just, oh, we can't go in. That's fine. Love you. Bye. And I'm like, y'all not upset about this? You're not going to say, y'all not upset about this? So, you know, I put my hands on my shout. I was shouting at the cops and everybody. Like, what are we here? Why is it that, like, the first day of school, I can't go into school with my son? Meet the teacher day is Friday, sir, and we'll escort you through the school. Whatever. This is the second time I've been escorted out of a school by police for just simply trying to go into school. The first time was with my son. I was in Arkansas. I lived in Fayetteville, Arkansas. It was Fayetteville High School, and they were having orientation. His first day of high school. This actually wasn't the first day. It was the week before high school. He was going to orientation. I tried to go in there with him, and they stopped us. And there was another parent. She looked like a student. She was so small. And they made her come out. And I asked my son, you know, I made a scene. That I wasn't on this path at that point. I can tell you that now. I made a ruckus. Threw some papers and stuff. So then the cops come and they're escorting me out. They made me leave the property. Right? I'm like, my son is in there and I can't go in there. And my son tells me they were talking about transgender and abusing and you know, bullying gay people and all this other stuff. It was like that was what the whole thing was about. And then come to find out, it was funny because my son knew all these words, LGBT, gay, transgender, trans this, trans that, but they never talked about heterosexuality, what came naturally from the creator. So I know what you all are saying right now, put them in homeschool. Yes, I've done that before and it's very difficult to properly teach your children in homeschool. I have too much going on now, but we will get in that situation. We're living in an apartment now, working on getting into a house that works for us, don't want to take on too much debt, don't want to get a mortgage, trying to figure out a way, you know, to get us a nice little home, and they will be homeschooled. But I'm saying this because we need to come together, and it's time for you all to stop calling yourselves black, Negroes, colored, African Americans, Afro Americans, all that garbage. It's time to understand you're Moorish Americans. It's time to claim your nationality, and it's time to build our own schools. It's time to take our children out of these environments because it was a very stressful, traumatic situation. And then my other two children are going through crap. We went through stuff this morning. And it's like between the bus driver and then my son in high school is living with my brother right now. But they won't let him go to the school. And he's living with my brother. And we have proof that he's living with my brother. But they're still making him go to a school over here. You know, he's working with him. So they're saying I have to sign over rights to my brother and make him the legal guardian. Right? And he stays like 10 minutes away from me. But I have to give him legal rights to my son so he can go to school there because y'all know why? It's about zoning, taxes, and money. It's not about our children. They don't care about our children. So I just want to put it out there because it happened to me. Like I said, I've been escorted out of schools twice by police for simply trying to go with my children into the school and see what they're telling them. And y'all know why they can do that? Because they look at us as black. They look at us as niggas. Negroes. They own us, right? I'm not that. I'm a Moorish American. I have a nationality. So, you know, black people don't have a flag. So, let's do our due diligence. Pay attention to the situations that's going on around us. See how they're treating our children. I mean, they even had a commercial that said, you know, our children don't belong to us from, what was it, the NAACP or something or other. Some crap I saw online not too long ago. But you all just stay encouraged. Do your homework, research what's going on in the real world, and I come in love, and I leave in peace.